Shalom. Welcome to part 6 Proverbs series. We're doing a proverb a day. Verse number 1. With regard to my son, if ever you should exchange him for your friend, you will have delivered up by betrayal your pleasant hand for the estranged enemy. Because to Yahweh, a strong trap for an existent one, Ish, is a speech not one's own. And Grey, the enemy? So Israel I will have become captured by the saying of his own mouth. Cross references so far. Glad tidings to Philippa 63-64, Songs 37 and 2, and 12:6 Proverbs. Looks like Proverbs 12:26. Own the enemy, so Israel will have been captured by the saying of his own mouth. Verse 3. Work then this one, Yahushua, as some with regard, which I to you have command. 5:2 Proverbs 1 Yachanan 3:23. And be rescued out of Israel because of Yahweh. My Israel is the hands of the evil ones, and account that Israel, you, become a friend of perdition, Avadom, being debilitated, even becoming irritated of Yahweh and Israel, not of the one, the friend of the ones are working, whom you exchanged for. Verse 4. Perdition, Avadom, Proverbs 17:18. Do not grant while unclean, sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids, in order that you should be rescued, just like a gazelle, one who should be the heir of Israel, of the constraint trap of Israel, and just like a bird, one who shall be heir of Israel, of a snare. Become with regard each one of Israel, of the one, not the ant, or the clipped off one, O sluggard of Israel, and become zealous to perceive the ones which are not the ways of him. The son of Israel, and become wiser than that, or the ant clipped off one. From that, the ant clipped off one, a cultivated field of Yahweh, has begun under perdition, or Avadom, Matthew 25:24-26. But not of the one not constraining, nor one holding Israel under a despot. Verse 8. He, perdition Avadom, will prepare the strong one of the summer heat. Of the one not the bread, yet also Yahweh prepares the many among the ones of Israel the feast, or the Feast of Tabernacles. Roman dates 5997, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Is of the ones not belonging to the harvest. Oh, that could be year 5997. Yeah, I think it might be. Because we're 2017? So yeah, I think it's the Hebrew number, based on the Hebrew calendar. Actually based since birth, since creation maybe? Actually, that makes sense. Is of the one not belonging to the harvest, not of the strong. 1. Do not follow anyone of Israel without regard, the one being a honeybee of Israel. Yet learn how diligent she is. For also the work of the one of Yahweh is a venerable. He prepares these ones, which are not of the one, the great pains of the separated king of Israel. So Yahweh will gather Yehusuf, or private common men, 1 Corinthians 1:26, with regard of Israel. All will offer soundness and fervent of Yahweh. He is it for all that are of Israel, and is praiseworthy, and through being not the one belonging to the strong, or Rome, or weak, is not the wisdom honouring of the one she leads forth into view. Verse 9. Until when, O lazy one, Will you lie down relaxing, even when Yahweh shall be outside from Israel? Will you awaken from sleep? Yeshayahu 54:7-8. Verse 10. Too little to drink indeed of Yahweh is for slumbers, and too little to drink of Yahweh you sit down, then a little bit of Yahweh you fall asleep. Then too little to drink of Yahweh you fold your arms on your chest to lie down, which folding arms on the chest is known as a body language of our defence. So verse 11. Then shall poverty or deprivation of his name, as seen in Tail 3, or Tom, you would know that as 3, come upon you just like a wicked wayfarer to Israel, where it was not, to where there was no neediness, just like a good courier runner. But if ever you may be diligent for Yahweh, he shall come just like a fountain, not against the harvest of the ones working, even where Yahweh is not, in a grey perdition or Avadam cultivated field. Matthew 25:24-26. Neediness, just like a bad courier runner, will flee itself away. Verse 12. A human of worthlessness of Israel, even an existing one, the Aish, of the wicked trouble, is who is following the ways which are of you, which are good, but not with regard for Yahweh his Son, signalling with his eye, and giving a sign against Yahweh with his feet, even teaching against Yahweh, signalling of the fingers, peace. So, verse 14. So his heart is opposed to the favour of Yahweh. The ones contrive evils against Israel during every time period. Not for advantage will such a one disseminate contentions for a city. Verse 15. For this reason to Israel this thing suddenly comes, not the testimony of his Son, the severance of Israel, and the incurable breakage to pieces. Verse 16. This is because he rejoices in everything, that which he hates, and is not in favour of Yahweh. So Yahweh will tend him down because of the uncleanness of himself. Yeshayahu 63. Behind the eyes of arrogance, the language of the lie, or the hands spilling out of the blood of the guiltless. Verse 18. And the heart of Israel contriving the reasoning of the wicked trouble of Israel, and feet hurrying to run to do evil. Verse 19. Is a witness of the lie of Israel, who enkindles lying and brings decisions presently among the midst of the brothers of Israel. Verse 20. With regard to my son, guard the commandment of the Father, 1 Yakahan 3:23. But with regard to the ones making Israel perdition or Avadam, you should reject the law, the Torah, or ordinances of the mother, the ones making. With regard to my son, guard the command of the Father. But the ones making Israel perdition, or the Avadam, you should reject the law, or their Torah, ordinances of the mother, the ones that are making. Okay, yep. Verse 21. But affix Yahweh on them, or the Torah. The son that is from Israel is your life, on the flesh, or continuously, because of Israel, tie them with a binding that is out of Israel to your neck. Verse 22. Whenever with Yahweh you should walk about, bring her son of Israel with nothing of Israel, of the ones working. Let him become one who will laugh, or Tashik, glad tidings of Philippians 103. So whenever with Yahweh you may sleep, he will guard over you. So while you awaken, he should speak to you. Verse 23. Because this commandment of the instruction of Israel is a lamp of the house and the light, Songs 119:105, Matthew 6:22-23, of Israel, and continuing on, of Israel and the way of life, Yochanan 14:6, the reproof of Israel and correction of the ones not carefully guarding you, Israel, from a married wife of Israel, Yeshayahu 54:1, Malachi 2:11-12, and Galatians 4:27-31. Looks like Malachi might be in the footnotes, so I might be able to read that to you in a moment. Are the slanderous accusations of the tongue of an alienated one from you, Israel? Perdition, O Avadam, you let desire of the beauty overcome you, but do not be caught by the eyes. And you, Israel, do not be seized by force and taking out by Satan, not of the eyelids of her son. Verse 26. Because for Yahweh, the value of an adulterous wife is as much as for Israel, even one bread loaf, but the wife of the Isha, complement being of the existent one, the Ish, of Yahweh, however, Hosea 2:16, search for the esteemed self than the fish. So 42, it looks like it might be here. Yeah, Malachi. Yehuphah has acted treacherously, and a detestable thing has been committed in Israel and in Jerusalem, because Yehuphah has profaned the separate place of Yahweh that he loves, and he took as Lord a daughter of an alien mighty one. May Yahweh cut off from the tents of Yaakov anyone who gives testimony in behalf of the man who does this, for the approach to bring grain offerings to Yahweh of hosts. Okay, so verse 27. Can any existent one, the Ish, tie off the fire of the ones of Israel into the bosom? So the garment, the one not of Yahweh, that of Satan, will not incinerate joined to him, the Louis. Oh yeah, the one not of Yahweh, that of Satan, will incinerate joined to him, Louis. Would an existent one, the Ish, from Israel, walk around upon the live coals of the fire? Yet of the one not of Yahweh are the feet which Satan will incinerate joined to him. Thus one without regard, entering all with regard of Israel, with a married wife which is of you, shall be exempt from the punishment, through not anyone that is without regard, adhering to her of the Son. Proverbs 18:22a and 1 Corinthians 7:12-16. So verse 30, Satan is for whom the marvel is, even if ever anyone might be found stealing or removing his name. Song 50:18, Yirmiyahu 23:30-32, and Ephesians, which, if you don't know, it's Ephesians. Yirmiyahu is Jeremiah. By the way, we'll put a list of all these names, the prologue of these names for you in a single post, just in case you don't understand the names, because I really don't like to repeat names with any sort of ties to other gods or whatever. For he, Satan, steals the judgment of Yahweh in order that he may fill up his needy appetite in the flesh. Verse 31, But if ever Yahweh should meet him, the impostor, he shall restitute sevenfold. So all Israel that were not possessions of the son given over to the unclean one, he will rescue at that time, excluding himself. Verse 32, For one without regard for Yahweh is an adulterer. By means of the poverty of sense of Israel is the perishing, the one not pertaining to the self, the nefesh of his son, who preserves Dishon to remain for himself. Verse 33, a wound or engulfing pain of both Yahweh and Israel, and ignominy, he will endure patiently for the ones not of Yahweh, and to increase the reproach of his son, which is of you, I shall erase it off of the not eternal ones of my Israel. Malachi 12:32. Because Yahweh, verse 34, because Yahweh is full of zeal, the passion of a husband for her son Satan is whom will be exposed to view to the ones of Israel on the day of your judgment. Disclosure 6:12. Verse 35. He will have accepted in exchange no one else who is of you for a ransom of the not hostile or good ones. Nor would perdition or Avedome be reconciled by many offerings of good ones. So may you be blessed. May Yahweh, Yahushua, bless you, keep you, and may the Ruach HaKodesh teach you and guide you. And thanks for listening, and shalom.